Welcome, friends. I'm Gina Nicole, and this is the Goddess Channel. Today's going to be a short, to-the-point message for you. It just came in a couple of days ago, and I wanted to record it and get it up for you today. I really love this message because if you're feeling that things have been hard, and, I know we've all been talking about society and the state of the world and all this type of stuff. But what I really want to hone in on today, if things have been feeling hard for you, if you've been feeling behind or struggling to catch up, or that you wish things could be different, or you've felt self-judgment or whatever, I have found that right now these things tend to be really coming up for us. These things that can no longer resonate with us as we're raising our frequency. Because the truth is, we're really in a time where lower frequency energies are becoming just much more apparent and much more in our face. And it's causing us to really choose who we're being. It's really causing us to choose a higher frequency, to choose love, to choose more compassionate alignment, to choose our truth. And so it's creating an enormous contrast. And so as this contrast is being created and all of these feelings are arising within us, all of these energies that most are subconscious, some are ancestral, etc., all types of different, paradigms, beliefs, frequencies that we've been carrying, that now that we're choosing a higher frequency alignment, as we're seeing the contrast, as we're seeing the choice, these things are arising so that we can fully integrate more light in our fields, right? Because when we're carrying these lower vibrational thoughts and feelings and alignments, we're not able to fully integrate the light that we're choosing in our field. So that's what's happening. And it's probably causing a lot of confusion, a feeling of being unsettled, a feeling of something's wrong with me, or why am I regressing? Or I thought I'd be feeling better right now, but I'm taking steps back. So there can just be a lot going on in your mind and in your feelings about where you are in your journey, where you stand, and whether you are on the right path, moving in the right direction, exactly where you're meant to be, or whether something's off or wrong and you're not doing enough or different choices need to be made. You may find a lot of thoughts like this arising. And this is a message that Archangel Metatron is bringing in for us today to help you resolve that. And I just want to share that when you're listening to these readings, if you're not used to me, these are channel transmissions. And what that means is through the Akashic records, I channel messages from higher vibrational beings, ascended masters, archangels, our spirit guides, and bring through whatever frequencies they want me to bring through for your behalf, for all of our behalf, really. And so if these messages are resonating with you, that's how it's working, is it's being channeled for you. But just always know that your higher self is going to take whatever frequencies are intended for you and just let the rest go. So don't ever feel like this channeled message is somehow going to invade your energy field, or you're going to receive frequencies that are not meant for you. It's just not how energy works. So always know your higher self is discerning, and what you are, and let's put it this way, what your soul has a soul contract to receive in this lifetime for healing, for upgrading your energy, for receiving spiritual downloads. That's what you will always receive. You're never going to receive anything not meant for you unless you are specifically choosing it. So just know that these energies are offered, and you receive them through the discernment of your higher self. And that's the truth with all healing modalities. And something interesting to note is that if you are not ready for it now, but like it will be ideal for you at some point in the future, it will be integrated at the right and perfect timing. And your higher self and your guides work with you on that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to make it clear what's going on here in case you stumbled upon this channel. All right. So the message from Archangel Metatron for you today is this, and I really hope this is clarifying for you. He's saying you are not being called to make forward progress right now. You're feeling a little bit unsettled, a little bit confused, a little bit wishy-washy, a little bit out of sorts, because in this moment, you're not being called to make forward progress. He's saying you are meant to make present progress. So if things aren't moving forward, you're feeling like you don't have answers, that solutions aren't coming to you, it's almost like a feeling like your third eye is having writer's block. It's because what you're being called into is to being present with what is, being present with yourself and this exact present moment you're in, and integrating that presence within your field, the ability to be present in every moment. Because humanity has been very caught up in a third dimensional alignment on future and past. Future and past. Am I progressing? Am I overcoming? And it's very disorienting. And with the frequencies we're integrating now, as we're moving up the scale of consciousness, we're not going to be able to keep doing that back and forth thing and not being grounded in the present moment. It's a no-go at this point. And so you may even find yourself under the weather, not feeling like yourself. There may be all sorts of symptoms. And of course, I'm not a medical doctor, so please, if you're having any physical symptoms, please go to your medical professional. But you may be experiencing all types of symptoms where you thought you should be more energetically advanced, and you find yourself maybe feeling old patterns or old behaviors, or things come back in. It's because you're being called to be extraordinarily present for yourself. That's the next step in your awakening, in your journey of ascension. Being present for yourself is truly the key, and what he's saying, it's the key to your well-being. It's the key to feeling completely aligned in your chakras, safe, connected, expressed, heart-centered, honest, receptive, and wise. And so what I'm inviting you to do in order to be able to settle into the present and have the trust and faith in yourself that you are safe to be someone who is totally present in the moment and not checked out and not looking at the future and not looking at the past and trying to move your energy around in a sort of distracted and discombobulated way, which we all have done for most of our lives, trust me. But you're being called to just settle into the present as never before. And the greatest tool you have to do that is your breath and your connection to self. And so you're going to put a hand on your heart and you're going to breathe. And you are going to notice anything that wants to arise. And then you are going to love yourself and respect yourself through that experience. That is how we stay with ourselves in the present moment, and we're present for anything that needs to be healed or released. Now, when it comes to taking action in the present moment, when what's arising is not something that needs to be healed and released, but it's a spark, it's an inspiration, it's an idea. Again, we stay present with ourselves in the present moment, not going into fears or speculation or all this type of stuff we tend to do when an inspiration or an idea comes in. Instead, we can do the same thing. Stay with the breath, maybe put a hand on your heart, but be curious. That's where we begin to ask questions. Okay, I'm noticing I have this inspiration. Tell me more. Show me, Spirit. What is this about? What step can I take to move towards this? Is this just a passing idea that's leading me to something else? Or is this something that I feel like I am ready to act on now? Just noticing, being present, being curious, right? Being in the present moment is what you're being called into. Being radically present is what the next step of your awakening is. And so I said this was going to be a short video, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But just remember, stay with the breath, love yourself through whatever wants to come up in your field, to release, to heal, to give gratitude. And then if things are arising from a more creative aspect, more inspired aspect rather than a healing aspect, then you're going to go ahead and just be present and curious. That's it. There's your next step. So I thank you for co-creating this message today, because as I always say, without you, I wouldn't be doing this. And so I only do this because I know that I'm channeling for somebody out there. I thank you, and I love you very much.